All right, what is up, guys? Vivi back with another video. And in today's video, no face cam or anything. I'm going to try to just make a quick video, short on time today. But we're going to be looking at over in the East, OP-06. So spoiler warning, we are going to be looking at some cards that are not out yet over here in the West. But we're going to be looking at Yamato. I have not talked about this leader in a while now, but we are going to look at a few new decks that are popping up, a few new styles that are popping up for this leader. Because at the time of me, or at the, how do I say this? Most people in the West are only aware of the two versions that have won most recently. Well, new leaders are out now, new cards are out, and the meta has shifted, and so has the deck. Now people, you can still run this version of the deck, which is very low to the ground, very aggressive. And it's just a good deck, right? We know because it won a 500-player major tournament hosted by Bandai. And in this list, you've got Charlotte Cracker, Satori, Okiku, all coming in from your triggers. You've got Arlong to help shut down leaders. You've got 200 million volts of Maru, and you've got Hody Jones just tapping everything out of your way and just swinging through for lethal. And this deck did very well. We're not going to do a full-on deck. We're going to, especially on these older decks, we're going to look at some of the newer decks. We also saw this list pop up by this person here, and they went 12-1 and won a 1,500 player tournament. A 1,500 player tournament, you go 12-1. The deck is obviously very good, and you see there's a lot of different decisions in here, but the core of the deck is still the same. We've got the 200 million volts of Maru, we've got the Hody Jones, we've got the Okikus. And it doesn't run the Cracker anymore. Instead, it's running like the Ohm and Holy version. And sure, it's running basically a lot of Sky Island pirate stuff to search up. And it's running like an off, how do you say it? It's running a little bit of a Land of Wano side package, with Kozuki Momonosuke here. Because remember, Izo is Land of Wano. Actually, or is she? This is a weird translation where it says Wano country here, but Land of Wano here. Someone help me in the comment section below, but I believe you can actually target Izo with Momonosuke because it's looking up the Wano type characters. Could be a mistranslation. Y'all help me out there if I'm off. But we know Okiku is Wano. We know Hiyori is Wano. Momonosuke is obviously Wano. And then Izo is also Wano. All right, I think that's about it for those. But still, so this one's running like a little Sky Island package with a little bit of a Land of Wano package, and then just incredibly powerful cards like Hody Jones. Just very solid here. And this list, like I said, won in a 1,500 player tournament. But since then, a few decks have come out, and some pretty decent changes have come out, where now we're starting to see what a lot of people, I believe, are calling Fortress Yamato, or Yamato, where essentially you're playing, instead of going like the Sky Island package or the what's it called? We were just talking about the Land of Wano package. You're actually going the Don Quixote package, so that way you can grab cards like Doflamingo here. And it's also running a little bit of Supernova package as well, obviously, because you have the Eustace Captain Kidd here, and then you also have Killer, Scratch Manapoo, 2K counter you can search up, Punk Gibson, Supernova as well. So you guys see what's going on here. And long story short, I kind of like this version better, but I guess that's because I don't really care for aggro decks. And the whole purpose of this video is I want to know what y'all think as we go through these lists. Do you think this Fortress version is better? Or do you think the more low-to-the-ground aggro version is better? Because I'm going to tell you right now, people are still running both, right? I see these taller decks, and I see the wider decks as well. But this one, this is from what I've read, they're calling it the Fortress Yamato, and it makes sense. I mean, you're just going to wall up behind something like Captain Kidd here, and you're just going to slowly beat them down with your leader's effect. Because, early in the game, you're probably just going to swing 6 or 7 a few times at them, 6K and 7K swings with your leader. How many double attacks are they going to be able to get out of? Because remember, you are still, threatening with other cards here. You are setting up cards like Arlong. You are setting up blockers here, searchers here. And then you're going super late into the game and getting down your Eustace Kidd, your Doflamingo, and then eventually Hody Jones. Right? That's kind of the whole purpose of this. And I think the idea is this. You're going to drop Captain Kidd on turn 4, getting him down with 8 Dawn, right? So that way you can play him immediately, play out another card like a blocker, like Killer, or like where is he? Rosinante, and at the same time, even though that was 8 Dawn, like, oh, well, how am I going to use his effect where they have to attack him? Well, that's where your leader effect comes in. So early on in the game, you're basically dedicating to swinging for like 7k, 8k, 9k, whatever you can get through, so that you take them down to 3 life. And once they're at 3 life, now your effect is turned on. Your once per turn activate main leader effect is turned on. And by that time, it's probably going to be around turn 3 or 4 where you can drop your Eustace Kid and you play him full on, activate main to play out one of your cheaper blockers, and then use your leader's effect to attach 2 Dawn to him. So now they have to go through Kid before they can get to Yamato. Really powerful stuff. Then, and again, it's all about that the leader's effect, right? The leader's effect is so strong because next turn you follow up with Doflamingo. And now you lock down their entire board, and oh man, that was 10 Dawn. How am I going to get the Dawn, on Kid, so they have to attack him? You use the leader's effect. Again, you just keep using the leader's effect, and it starts adding up so much. It adds up so quickly, and now you have a 10k on the board, and then your finisher ends up being Hody Jones, where it's like, okay, I'm just going to rest your guys down, and I'm going to blast through for lethal now because I have my leader's double attack if you have more than 1 life left. Kid here is an 8k base. Doflamingo's a 10k base, and then 8k Hody Jones with Rush. Just really, really powerful stuff there. Then let's look at one more list that is very similar to this one. This one is just slightly different. In fact, it's almost completely identical. Where it's running the Captain Kids, it's running the Doflamingo 10 cost, and it's running the Hody Jones. The Rosinante, of course, it's running both searchers again, the Don Quixote and Jewelry Bonnie searchers, and then it's got Punk Gibson. It's got Punk Gibson like the other one, but this one also has this 0 cost 3k counter where you trash a card to get 3k. Good trigger as well. Rest an opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less, because that combos well with the whole lockdown strategy for Doflamingo. This one's running Onami as well. Really good stuff. Right, guys. So that's the gist of the video. That's the main. Oops. I don't know what's happening there. There we go. That's like the main idea behind the video. I want to know what you guys think. Which version of Yamato do you think is better? Because again, at the time of me recording this, let me just go back to, let me bring up deck list over here. When you look at the meta over in the East, it's very similar to ours, honestly. People are starting, it's funny. People play all the new leaders at first and do really well with them, and then it never fails. People start going back to the older leaders that have 5 life and start playing with those, maybe because they're bored, who knows. But that's not to say that the dual color leaders aren't better right now. It's really hard to say. But just looking at the where is it? The Yamato list here, most of these are the Rush version. In fact, it's any of them with the yellow in the front, I think those are the Rush version, and anything with the green in the front, these were the 2 new Fortress style versions of the deck. So again, the most recent win that they have recorded as of January 7th, if you look at the list, this is still very much like an aggro variant, with like heavy and triggers, not really swinging tall, just more or less trying to swing wide. But they are running the Sky Island stuff. It's cool to see how things evolve, because this deck's even fit in Momonosuke to search up the Wano stuff, which is really cool. 200 million volts of Maru. What else? Plenty of 2k counters, and this one even has Yamato. Yamato actually makes a lot of sense if you're running the Momonosuke package here, because now it's another target to put on top of your life if you need to with his effect. So just very powerful there. And then of course it has the Okiku, Hiyori, Momonosuke, and this one's even running the 2k counter Yamato and Neko Mamushi here, another Land of Wano card that's trigger. It comes into play if your opponent has 3 less life, just like Okiku. So these cards are just incredible value, and it looks like they're starting to figure out the numbers too, because it's always hard to say how much you need of a certain card in a deck, but it looks like this deck's getting away with just running 2 of the 5 cost Momonosuke, but it's still got the 2k counter. It's got, that's interesting. The Momonosuke in this deck, it has like quite a few cards it can search up, right? It's got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, looks like 22. And then if it can search up itself, which I believe it can, so it's got, about 25 cards it can search up. So that's very nice. Oh, excuse me. And then the Yamato's up here. So about 27, 28 cards you can search up. Really good stuff here. And then it's got a small amount of Big Mom Pirates package with the 7 Lin. That's interesting to me. I'm surprised they wouldn't want to go just like, you know, what's it called? Just NL here. NL or even Charlotte Crackers. This card's just good, obviously, right? Onami's just a good card. Pause this and read it if you don't know what this does. Gadatsu, another just good card. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm not going to go on for too long in this video. I just wanted to kind of show you guys the 2 different versions, styles of the deck that Yamato has right now, and how the deck's kind of evolving. And honestly, there are so many options you can run, like you see here. We saw one deck that's running, you know, a Land of Wano Searcher. We saw another deck that's running like what was this? Was this the well, this is before they even fit the searchers in. This was in the very beginning with, you know, one of the very first tournaments that won with Yamato. And then the second one that we saw, this had the Sky Island searchers in it. Right, you see it, where's the Shura? Here it is. Got the Sky Island Searcher. And then the next one we looked at, this is the one that has the Supernova and Don Quixote Pirates Searchers in it. Same with this one, right? Supernova and Don Quixote Pirates. Where is she? There she is. But then we're also now starting to see, oops, people mess around with the Wano Searcher. So it has a lot of options. And I am curious to see what you guys think about it. So, again, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Which list do you think is going to be better? Or maybe you have another suggestion like, hey, I think this would be better. You know, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. I know a lot of people are still really pumped to play green-yellow Yamato. But at the same time, you know, a lot of people are looking forward to playing like Gecko Moria, Reiju, just tons of awesome stuff coming out in OP-06. Well, all right, that's about it, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already, and I appreciate you guys. And until next time, peace.